Village children fight each other for a shed. The 609 goes roaring past the creek. Deacon Lee prepares his sermon for next week. Grandma yesterday was down at the stall. She's really going fine for 84. And she asked me if sometime I'd fix her barn. Poor old girl needs a hand to run the farm. It's good old country comfort in my bones. The sweetest sound my ears have ever known. A good old-fashioned feeling fully grown. Country comforts on a truck going on home. Down a well, they got a new machine. The foreman says cuts manpower by 15. Yeah, but that ain't natural. Yeah, old Clay would say, 'cause he's a horse-drawn man until his dying day. It's good old country comfort in my bones. The sweetest sound my ears have ever known. Just an old-fashioned feeling fully grown. Country comforts in a truck going back home. Good old country comfort in my bones. The sweetest sound my ears have ever known. Just an old-fashioned feeling fully grown. Country comforts on a truck that's going back home. Now the fat old goose is flying across the sticks. The hedgehog's done in clay between the bricks. And the rocking chairs are creaking on the porch. Across the valley moves the herdsman with his torch. And it's good old country comfort in my bones. The sweetest sound my ears have ever known. A good old-fashioned feeling fully grown. Country comforts on a truck going on home. Country comforts on a truck going back home. Country comforts on a truck going on home. Hello, folks. Happy Sunday. I was going out to our friend Bill Hasty. We actually have 3 requests already from the Tumbleweed Connection album by Elton John. We're going to have a little tumbleweed party tonight. Well, it's good to be here. Hope everybody's been having a good week. I have been. This is always my favorite activity of the week. I mean, of the activities that I can report publicly. You didn't hear me say that. Anyway, let's say hi to some folks. Hi, Leo. Who wants to hear Rocket Man or Burn Down the Mission or both? Okay. Our friend Moritz in Graz, Austria wants to hear Beautiful Night by Paul McCartney. Oh gosh, one of my all-time favorite songs. So underappreciated. Thomas George is here. He'd like to hear Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. Okay. Also wouldn't mind hearing a little Queen. Crazy little thing called Love. Okay. All right, Leo. Hopefully, we'll do many. It looks like we've got at least 3 or 4 Eltons already in the request. So, John, I just want you to know that all of the Elton John songs tonight are for you, as well as whoever else asked for them. So, we'll definitely be doing some Elton John tonight. All right. Bill Hasty, as I said, asked for Country Comfort there from the Tumbleweed Connection in 1970. He'd also kind of like to hear Come Down in Time, which is also on Tumbleweed, so we might get to that as well. Outstanding. Al Smith is joining us from Hawaii. Good to have you here, Al. It's a pleasure. I started out improvising and then I moved into an Elton John song. I always like to improvise for a couple minutes when I start the show because it takes people a little bit to actually log in. So there's a little bit of that at the beginning of every show. Ruth Hooker, how we doing? Empty Garden and/or I Go to Extremes. Okay, and I have another surprise for you today as well that I learned from for this past Wednesday's show, but I'm going to play it today as well. Thank you, Gustavo. Appreciate it. Hi, Jack. Good evening, Steve. We went to see The Boss in Manchester, UK last night. Still not over it. Would love to hear you take on Thunder Road or any of his catalog. Oh, I'm going to try something tonight for you guys. I know people keep asking me for Thunder Road, and I keep not taking the time to actually learn it. It's too complicated for me to sit down and remember how it goes after 1 or 2 listens. I've never been like an aficionado for Bruce, but he's making a big splash around the world right now, so I'm going to try to do something by him. And so, yeah, we'll get to something. But it probably won't be Thunder Road tonight. But thank you very much for the request. All right. Hey, Steve, happy Sunday. Can you play Jealous Guy? I'm not sure I know that one. I apologize. Can I play something else for you? I'm just not familiar with that song. Thanks, Eric. Yeah, I missed last week too. I just I had some stuff come up over the weekend that kept me up extremely late on Saturday night, and I felt like there was just no good way to get my voice warmed up on Sunday, and especially where I've had some issues with it in the recent past that forced me to take like 3.5 months off. I decided out of an abundance of caution to just take the day off and rest it. And so I apologize for that. I don't like to do that on a whim, but I want to make sure I'm protecting my instrument here. Hey, Scott Brown. Greetings from Birch Bay Village, Washington State. Good to have you with us. Dawson, my man, how we doing? Very talented young musician in his own right here. Hey, Samsung. Heroes by Bowie or anything by Bowie. I think I can do something by David. Subbed as soon as I saw your videos on Elton John style playing. Glad to be here to see you live for the first time. Well, thank you, Mike. Pleasure to have you with us. Everybody say hi to Mike. Welcome him to the community. We have a good time together. We have a nice little group of regulars that show up pretty much every week, and then we have a revolving door of semi-regulars that pop in and out, and some new folks. So everyone make Mike feel really welcome here. We're happy to have you with us. Watching the Wheels by John Lennon. You picked 2 John Lennon songs that off the top of my head I am not familiar with. Could I interest you in another John Lennon song? Like I know Imagine, I know Woman. And if it's not John Lennon that you're hungry for, it's just those songs, I apologize. I don't mean to let you down. Just drawing a blank in my head. My bad. I apologize. Okay. Well, let's carry on with some of the requests that are already here. I want to start with this one by Moritz from Graz, Austria. So Moritz and I have a common love for Sir Paul McCartney. He is, I believe, both of our favorite Beatle. And we both love his solo career as well. And I love this song. This came out in, I believe it was 1997. 97 or 98 at the very latest. Possibly even 96, but I can't remember for sure. Anyway, the album was called Flaming Pies. And I happened to be working at a record store at the time. I had just started college. I was in my first or second year of college. And what I didn't know was happening at the time, Paul had been absent from the road almost the entire decade of the 80s. After John Lennon was shot, he kind of was a little spooked and didn't tour for a while. And then he came back out for the first time in a long time in 1989, and he did a tour, and then he did another tour on the follow-up album. So he did tours for Flowers in the Dirt and another one for Off the Ground. And for the first time in his career, he really embraced his Beatles legacy live on stage. And they played, 15 or 16 Beatles songs in the set and would do these massive, 3-hour concerts, just like he does now. And then suddenly he was gone from the road again and hadn't been on tour for 2 or 3 years. And what I did not know was going on at the time was that Linda McCartney was diagnosed toward the end of the Off the Ground tour with breast cancer, and they'd caught it a little bit too late, and she was very sick and going through really, really aggressive treatments. And so they didn't go out on the road because Paul wanted her to be able to get as much life as she could, and that meant a slower paced life, and he wanted to be there with her. And oh man, did Paul love Linda. God. Those two were quite a pair. That's one of the great love stories in the history of show business, actually. And this song is special to me. It actually originates back to about 1983. There was a version of it that might have been considered for like Pipes of Peace or Give My Regards to Broad Street, but they didn't use it. And then he made a recording of it for Flaming Pie in the late 90s, and they made a video for it. And Linda appears in the video, and I don't know if she's wearing a wig or if she had just grown her hair back a little bit after a lot of chemo and radiation, but she had short hair for the first time ever, and you could just see that she's really, this is taking a toll on her. But she's in this wonderful video for this song, and he also had it co-produced it with George Martin, who of course was the Beatles producer. And he had Ringo play the drums on this one. So it was like a kind of a big family affair. And so I'm going to play this for you at Moritz's request. And just wanted to give you a little context about how this was a special song to Paul, and it's a special song to me, and with what was going on in his life. And Linda would die probably like a year and a half after this song was released. So, okay. Beautiful Night by Paul McCartney. Someone's gone out fishing, someone's high and dry, someone's on a mission to the lonely Lorelei. Some folks got a vision of a castle in the sky, and I'm left stranded, wondering why. You and me together, nothing feels so good. Even if I get a medal from my local neighborhood, I won't need a castle. They've got castles in Versailles, and I'm still stranded, wondering why. Make it a beautiful night for me. It's a beautiful night for love. It's a wonderful sight, lovers of love to behold. Make it a beautiful night for me. It's a beautiful night for love. It's a wonderful sight for lovers of love to behold. Some boats on the ocean, we're here in this room. Seems to me the perfect way to spend an afternoon. We can look for castles, pretty castles in the sky. No more wondering why. 'Cause things can go wrong, things can go right, things can go bump in the dead of the night. So let me be there, let me be there, let me be there with you in the dead of the night. Make it a beautiful night for me, a beautiful night for love. It's a wonderful sight for lovers of love to behold. Make it a beautiful night for me. It's a beautiful night for love. It's a beautiful sight beautiful night. Hey, it's a beautiful night. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful night, yeah. It's a beautiful night. Beautiful, beautiful night. Woo! It's a beautiful night. Beautiful, beautiful night. It's a beautiful night. Beautiful, beautiful night. Beautiful night, beautiful, beautiful night. Beautiful night, beautiful, beautiful night. Beautiful night, beautiful, beautiful night, yeah. Beautiful night, beautiful, beautiful night. Thanks, Moritz. Such a pleasure to play that song every time. Okay. Carrying on. Let's do this one. This is for our friend Thomas George. A little music by Queen. Haven't done this one in a little while, so I'll probably play some wrong chords. Okay. This is fun. Again, do-do, 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 do-do. One, two. I knew it. Got to give this lyric screen just a little bit of time because eventually it'll put up a pop-up ad that'll block my view of the lyrics, and then I can close it out. A one, a two, a one, two. Here we go. Oh, this thing called love, I can't handle it. This thing called love, I must get around to it. I ain't ready. Crazy little thing called love. Well, this thing called love, it cries, and a cradle all night it swings, it jives, shakes all over like a jellyfish. I kinda like it, a crazy little thing called love. There goes my baby, she knows how to rock and roll, she drives me crazy. So out near the treetop, she leaves me in a cool sweat. Whoops. Ah. I got a good cool Realize, get hip, get on my tracks, get a back seat, hitchhike, take a long ride on my motorbike. I ain't ready for the little thing called love. I gotta be cool, realize, get hip, get on my tracks, take a back seat, hitchhike, take a longer ride on my motorbike until I'm ready for the little thing called love. This thing called love, I just can't handle it. This thing called love, I must get around to it. I ain't ready. Crazy little thing called love. 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 Can't say it was the most fluid performance I've ever done, but we'll call that a victory because we got all the way to the end. Okay, I want to do this song. I'm going to send this to our friend Ruth Hooker. She had asked for this, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. And I didn't know it. Like, I'd heard it, but it's a little too complex for me to have figured out on the spot. I needed a little bit of time sitting with it. And so I kind of had to punt that day. But I really like this song, and so then I learned it because this past Wednesday, those of you that don't know, every Wednesday I do a show called Talkin' Piano, Man. And the purpose of that show for me is that I feature great songwriters, because I am at heart a lover of great songs, a lover of songwriters, and a songwriter myself, and that's what I've always wanted to do more than anything else. And so I play the greatest songs by the greatest artists of all time, but I also am very keenly aware of the songwriters that write beautiful music that other people cover, and so I want to bring those people out of the shadows a little bit in that show and feature their work as well. But in this particular case, I chose someone who largely has written his own material, one of my all-time favorites, Neil Diamond. And so I learned this song as part of my Neil Diamond feature the other day, and I don't know if Ruth got to see it, so I'm going to play it for her now. This is a beautiful piece of music called September Morn. Stay for just a while. Stay and let me look at you. It's been so long I hardly knew you. Standing in the door. Stay with me a while. I only want to talk to you. We've traveled halfway around the world to find ourselves again. September morn. We danced until the night became a brand new day. Two lovers playing scenes from some romantic play. September morning still can make me feel that way. Look at what you've done. You've become a grown-up girl. I can still hear you crying in the corner of a room. Look how far we've come, so far from where we used to be. Not so far that we've forgotten how it was before. September morn. You remember how we danced that night away. Two lovers playing scenes from some romantic play. September morning still can make me feel that way. September morn. We danced until the night became a brand new day. Two lovers playing scenes from some romantic play. September morning still can make me feel that way. September morn. Until the night became a brand new day. Two lovers playing scenes from some romantic play. September morning still can make me feel that way. September morning still can make me feel that way. September morning still can make me feel that way. Okay. Forgot a few chords in there, but close enough. All right. Carrying on here. Let's do some Bruce Springsteen. I'll do my best here. All right, I have never tried this song before, so it could be a disaster. But it was my favorite Bruce Springsteen song growing up. I had this album on cassette, and anyway, I loved the cover. The guy in the working class dude in the jeans and the white work shirt with the red like sweat towel hanging out of the back pocket, and the American flag in the back, and I don't know. Been thinking about this one a lot whenever I think about Bruce lately, and so I don't know. At the risk of getting an angry tweet, I just want to say I fully endorse every damn word he's been saying. Okay, here we go. Born down in a dead man's town. First kick I took was when I hit the ground. End up like a dog bit too much till you spend half your life just covering up, yeah. Born in the USA, I was born in the USA, I was born in the USA, born in the USA. I little hometown jam, put my rival in my hand, sent me off to a foreign land to go and kill the yellow man. I was born in the USA, I was born in the USA, born in the USA, born in the USA. I was come back home to the refinery. Hired man said, son, it was up to me. Down to the VA man, he said, son, don't you understand? I had a brother at Gate Sign fighting off the Viet Cong, and they're still there, but he's all gone. Had a woman that he loved, it's all gone. In the shadow, yeah. Born in the USA, I was born in the USA, born in the USA. I was down the shadow penitentiary, out by the gas fires refinery. 10 years burning down the road, nowhere to run, ain't got nowhere to go. Born in the USA, I was born in the USA, born in the USA. I'm a long tall daddy in the USA. Oh, whoa, whoa. Born in the USA, I was born in the USA, born in the USA, cool rockin' daddy in the USA now. Okay, let's see. I'll try to remember the one David Bowie song that I kind of know here. gosh, I don't remember how the melody goes to the verses on this thing. I do not remember how this goes. I'm sorry. I lied to you when I said I could do this song. I would need to listen to it, and I don't have time to do that in the middle of a live stream. My bad. I apologize, Sam. I learned it one time. I'll try to get this in for next week. I'll try to have a listen to that David Bowie song and have it in for next week. All right, I've got some Fleetwood Mac here to try to do. So I've never tried this one before, but I've heard this a gazillion times, so I'm sure that I can piece it together as we go. This is Dreams by Fleetwood Mac for Thomas. Now here you go again. You say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you're feeling, but listen carefully to the sound of your loneliness. Like a heartbeat drives you mad. Stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost and what you had. So thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Stay. They will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know. You know. Now here I go again. I see crystal visions. I keep my visions to myself. It's only me who wants to wrap around your dreams. And have you any dreams you'd like to sell? Dreams of loneliness, heartbeat drives you mad. stillness of remembering what you had. Oh, say thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Say women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, oh, you'll know, you'll know, you will know. Oh, you will know. Okay. Here's one that Leo asked for. Let's get back to our little celebration of the Tumbleweed Connection album. Tell me there's an angel in your tree. Did he say he'd come to call on me? Things are getting desperate in our home. Living in the parish of the restless folks I know. Everybody now, bring your family down to the riverside and look to the east to see where the fat stock hide. Behind the wall, the stone, the rich man sleeps. It's time we put the flame torch to their key. But now the mission, if we're gonna stay alive, watch the black smoke fly to heaven, see the red flame light the sky. Burn down the mission, burn it down to stay alive. It's our only chance of living. Take all you need to live inside. holiday. My wife cried when they came to take me away, yeah. What more could I do just to keep her warm? The burn, 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 burn down the mission walls. Everybody now bring your family down to the riverside. Look to the east to see where the fat stock hide. Behind the walls of stone, the rich man sleeps. Time we put the flame torch to their keep. Burn down the mission, oh, if we're gonna stay alive. Watch the blood smoke fly to heaven, see the red flame light the sky. Burn down the mission, burn it down to stay alive. It's the only chance of living, take all you need to live inside. All right. We have a couple more coming from the Tumbleweed Connection before it's all said and done, but let's see what else came in. All right, here's another one that came in. We haven't done any Billy Joel yet tonight. Which I think is a record for the longest I've ever played at one of these without doing a Billy Joel song. Anyway, Ruth asked if I could do this one from 1989 from an album called Stormfront, and it goes like this. Joker, call me I'm totally cool, clear as a crystal, sharp as a knife. I feel like I'm in the prime of my life. Sometimes it feels like I'm going too fast. I don't know how long this feeling will last. Maybe it's only tonight. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Too high or too low, there ain't no in betweens. And if I stand or I fall, it's all or nothing at all. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Sometimes I'm tired, sometimes I'm shot, sometimes I don't know how much more I got. Maybe I'm headed right over the hill. Maybe I set myself up for the kill. Tell me, how much do you think you can take until the heart in you starting to break? Sometimes it feels like it will. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Too high or too low, there ain't no in betweens. You can be sure when I'm gone, I won't be out there too long. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Out of the darkness, into the light, leaving the scene of the crime. Either I'm wrong or I'm perfectly right every time. Sometimes I lie awake night after night, coming apart at the seams, eager to please, ready to fight. Why do I go to extremes? Can't be shown or I fall. It's all or nothing at all. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. No, I don't know why I go for ice cream. Too high or too low, there ain't no in betweens. You can be sure when I'm gone, I won't be out there too long. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. I don't know why, I don't know why. I forget how fun that one is to play. American Pie. Yeah, I can do American Pie. I'll tell you. Here's the challenge for me with American Pie. I used to, at gigs, people would ask for this one, and I had not bothered to. This is before people took. It's before iPads and stuff. People would bring iPads with lyrics and stuff on them, and so of course I didn't know all the words to the entire damn song. I mean, who memorizes that? I don't even think Don McLean knows all those words. But so I would get the first two verses out, and then I'd just start making crap up, and it would turn into a kind of a funny thing. And then it was at some point, it was is it worth it to ever actually learn all the words? Is this better to just summarize the remaining lyrics? But I won't do that. I will actually follow the lyrics, and we'll do the whole American Pie. Of course, let's send this out to the memory of the late great Buddy Holly, along with his fallen rock and roll heroes, co-partners, the Big Bopper, J.P. Richardson, and Richie Valens. Well, a long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. February made me shiver with every paper I delivered. Bad news on the doorstep, I couldn't take one more step. But I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride. But something touched me deep inside the day. The music died. So bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, "This'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die." Do you have the book of love, and do you have faith in God of love? Let me say that right here. Did you write the book of love, and do you have faith in God above? If the Bible tells you so. Now do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes, and I dig those rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage bronc buck, the pink carnation and a pickup truck, but I knew I was out of love the day the I was singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Rode my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die. Yeah, well, this'll be the day that I die. Now for 10 years we've been on our own. Moss grows fine on a rolling stone, but that's not how it used to be. When the jesters sang for the king and queen, and Cody borrowed from James Dean, and a voice that came from you and from me. Oh, and while the king was looking down, the jester stole his thorny crown. The courtroom was adjourned, no verdict was returned. And when Lennon read a book on Marx, quartet practiced in the park, and we sang dirges in the dark. The day the music died, we were singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Rode my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die. Yeah, this'll be the day that I die. Say, help the skelter in a summer swelter. The birds flew off without a fallout shelter, 8 miles high and falling fast. And it landed foul on the grass. The players tried a forward pass, with the jester on the sideline in a cast. Now the halftime air was sweet perfume while the sergeants played a marching tune. We all got up to dance, oh, but we never got the chance, 'cause the players tried to take the fleet. The marching band refused to yield. Do you recall what was revealed the day the music died? We were singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Rode my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die. Say, this'll be the day that I die. Oh, and there we were all in one place, a generation lost in space, with no time left to start again. So come on, Jack, be nimble, Jack, be quick. Jack Flash sat on a candlestick, 'cause fire is the devil's only friend. Oh, and as I watched him on the stage, my hands were clenched in fists of rage. No angel born in hell could break that Satan spell. And as the flames climbed high into the night to light the sacrificial rite, I saw Satan laugh with delight the day the music died. He was singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Rode my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. I met a girl who sang the blues, and I asked her for some happy news, but she just smiled and turned away. And I went down to that sacred store where I'd heard the music years before, but the man there said the music wouldn't play. And the streets, the children screamed, Lovers cried and the poets dreamed, but not a word was spoken. The church bells all were broken, and the three men I admire most, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, they caught the last train before the coast. The day the music died. And they were singing, bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. One more time I say, bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. Okay. Hey, Ted. How we doing? Good to see you. I'll try to get at least one of them in, and maybe both. New York State of Mind. All right. Okay. We're going to do another one from the Tumbleweed Connection. This one's for Bill Hasty. So I feel very much like most of the songs from Tumbleweed Connection were kind of infused with sort of a blend of country and gospel, kind of bluesy country, boogie and gospel, like Country Comfort and Burn Down the Mission, and there's another one called The Ballad of a Well-Known Gun, for example. But this one to me has more of a jazz feel to it in a way. I don't know. That's not quite like anything else I've ever heard. It's a very interesting song. It's called Come Down in Times. This is for our friend Bill Hasty. In the quiet, silent seconds, I turned off the light switch and I came down to meet you in the quiet light. The moon left while a cluster of nightjars sang songs out of tune, and a mantle of bright light shone down from a room. Come down in time. I still hear her say, so clear in my ear, like it was today. Come down in time was the message she gave. Come down in time, and I will meet you halfway. Yeah. I don't know I should have hurt her as yet, but a true love like hers is a hard love to get. And I walked most all the way, and I ain't heard her call, and I get to thinking if she's coming at all, come down in time. I still hear her say, so clear in my ear, like it was today. Come down in time is the message she gave. Come down in time and I'll meet you halfway. There are women, and some will hold you tight while some leave you counting the stars and the night. I can do that better. There are women, and some will hold you tight while some will leave you counting the stars in the night. Forgot how to get there. Thanks, Joe. Have a good sleep. Thanks, Red. Great to know. Thank you very much for sharing. Don't give it up again, man. Let it be fuel for your life. Okay, let's get some Beatles here. All right, this is for our friend Ted out in the Bay Area of California. The long and winding road that leads to your door will never disappear. I've seen that road before. It always leads me here. Lead me to your door. Wild and windy night that the rain washed away has left a pool of tears, crying for the day. Why leave me standing here? Let me know times I've cried. Anyway, you'll never know the many ways I've tried. And still they lead me back to the long and winding road. You left me standing here a long, long time ago. Don't leave me waiting here. Lead me to your door. Oh, still they lead me back to the long and winding road. Left me standing here a long, long time ago. Don't keep me waiting here. Don't keep me waiting. Lead me to your door. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, let's see. How about we do this one? This is from Mike Smith. Take a drink of water, Steve. Take a drink of water. Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood, harbor flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood. But I'm taking a Greyhound on the Hudson River line. I'm in a New York state of mind. Seen all the movie stars, fancy cars and the limousines. Been high in the Rockies, under the evergreens. But I know when I'm needing, I don't want to waste more time. I'm in a New York state of mind. so easy living day by day, out of touch with the rhythm and blues. But now I need a little give and take. The New York Times, the Daily News, whoa, 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 comes down to reality. It's fine with me, 'cause I've let it slide. Don't care if it's Chinatown or up on Riverside. Don't have any reason, left them all behind. I'm in a New York state of mind. Was so easy living day by day, yeah. Out of touch with the rhythm and blues. But now I need a little give and take. New York Times, Daily News. Whoa, 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 comes down to reality. It's fine with me, 'cause I've let it slide. Don't care if it's Chinatown or up on Riverside. Don't have any reasons, oh no, I've left them all behind. I'm in a New York state of mind. I'm just taking a Greyhound down the Hudson River line. Cause I'm in a I'm in a New York state of mine. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Flower, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. What else do we have in here? How about I play one of my songs, just for fun, and then we'll get back to the requests. Let me pull up some words here, because of course, I do not know the words to my songs. I don't particularly know the words to most people's songs, actually, anymore. I used to be pretty good at it. But once COVID came and I started live streaming, I started using lyric screens in front of me, and I have completely lost any capacity to memorize words that I once might have had. Okay, how about this? Mine are actually available online for this song. I wrote this one, probably 12 years ago, and put it on my 2016 album, which was called Beat Up Old Piano. And I wanted to write I don't know, it was like I wanted to write a song that expressed what I hope, we all get a chance to feel at some point where you meet somebody and you're just crazy about them and you want to spend the rest of your life with them. And that's what it's called. I want to spend my life with you. Anyway, this one's special to me because I got to play it for my sister's wedding a few years later after I wrote it. So anyway, you can find this on Spotify and Amazon Music and Apple Music and anywhere that music is sold and streamed. The album is Beat Up Old Piano. The song is called I Want to Spend My Life With You. Wandered through this world alone for so long. I thought that that's the way that it would always be. Work all day and come home to a big empty apartment. Have dinner on the couch with my TV. And then from out of nowhere walked into my life, and it was like I started over new. And now when I fall asleep and dream about the future, the only thing I always see is you. I want to spend my life with you. I want to make our dreams come true together. To be there through the good and bad, I will cherish what we have forever. You changed my world and everything I knew. I want to spend my life with you. Now I notice things that always used to pass me by. You opened up my eyes so I could see. Now I have a whole new sense of purpose every day. You make me want to be a better me. I want to spend my life with you. I want to make our dreams come spend my life with you. Sometimes it might be rough, but we'll survive on love. There's nothing we can't face together. I want to spend my life with you. I want to make our dreams come true together. To be there through the good and bad. I will cherish what we have forever. You changed my world and everything I knew. The love I feel in my heart is true. I want to spend my life with you. Hey, Dakota. Thanks, everybody. Very nice of you. Okie dokie. Here's one for our friend Ted. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. Don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. Tell everybody this is the song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. Sat on the roof and kicked off the moss. Well, a few of the verses, well, they got me quite cross. The sun has been quite kind while I wrote this song for people like you that keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting, but these things I do, you see, I've forgotten if they're green or the blue. Well, anyway, the thing is what I really mean. You're one of the nicest crowds I've ever seen. Tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, Hope you don't mind, oh, hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. Hope you don't mind, hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. All right, I'm going to do one more of my songs just because that was kind of fun. I haven't done this one live very much. I put this out just a couple of years ago. I made an EP. I put out now 3 LPs, which stands for long play. 10, 12, 15 songs, something like that. And then 1 EP, which is, kind of it's not a single, but it's not a full long play. So this had 5 songs on it. And this song was kind of fun. There's a friend of mine in Colorado that is a massage therapist that I found kind of on a fluke. It was an accident, like a Yelp ad or something, but it was, like 15 years ago. And I was in town for business, and I was sore from driving like 12 hours, and so I went in for a massage, and her name was Natasha. She's still an outstanding therapist and esthetician, and anyway, we hit it off. We've become buddies for years, and she's cool, and she's very pretty, and she has this beautiful name. Her middle name was Dove. And when I learned that, and I don't even remember what conversation we were having, but I was like, God, that sounds like poetry. Natasha Dove, Natasha Dove. I said, it feels like it's the title of a song. Do you mind if I use it? I don't have a story. I don't have any premise for it right now, but I'd really like to use it. And she was like, oh yeah, I'd be honored, blah, blah, blah. So I put that in my back pocket, and nothing came of it for probably 3 years. And then I was driving to Colorado one time, and you never know when this kind of stuff is going to happen. But it was like that song was ready to be written. And it's like my brain became like an antenna to receive the words, and I'm in my car, and I'm hearing like the story and the rhymes and everything are just like coming through. I pulled off on the shoulder of a highway, and I literally voice texted the words to this song into my phone so that I would have them somewhere, and I texted them to myself, and then so that I could type them that night when I got to my other friend's house that I was staying at while I was in town. And anyway, it happened, and I had already had a piece of music that I'd been playing around with that just ended up being kind of the perfect blend. And anyway, one thing I can't do here is I cannot recreate the incredible electric guitar solo that my friend Chris Pinnock put on it. So I hope that if you like this song, you'll check out the recording. It's everywhere. The EP is called Expansion, and it's called Natasha Dove. And it's worth it just to hear Chris's work on this one. But anyway, I'm very proud of this song, and I'm going to play it for you tonight. I was all on my own, trying to make it alone. Had a hole in my heart that was tearing me apart. And then she came along like an angel sent down from above. Natasha does. She's gentle and warm, with a smile that I adore. She's tender and sweet, and she brings the best out of me. I believe in myself when I feel her nurturing touch. Natasha does. So I work and I strive, and the world eats me alive, and it's never enough, and I wanna just give up when I'm sure I can't win. I feel my strength again through her love. Natasha does. I'm a man on the move, and I'm chasing down big dreams, 'cause there's no much to do and even more to see. And I keep moving on because I am fueled by her love. Natasha does. So I work and I strive, and the world eats me alive, and I feel so ashamed, like I'm losing the big game. But when I get down and out, she heals my doubt with her love. Natasha does. So I work and I strive, and the world eats me alive, and I wanna crawl home, 'cause I'm feeling so alone. When I'm at my wit's end, I find my peace again in her love. Natasha does. Natasha does. All right, thank you very much. What do I have time for? I have time for one more song. Let me see what's in the requests. Well, I'll tell you what. I've done most of the requests that I feel like I can do well, so what I'm going to do is just pick one to leave you with. And hell, why don't we just make it one last? We'll just do one more of my songs and we'll get out of here. And this is one that's it's a little bit on the hokey side, but I'm very fond of this. I wanted to pay homage to my original piano. I learned how to play on an upright, and I do not remember what the brand, like what the maker was. I didn't pay attention to that kind of stuff. I barely pay attention to it today, but it was old. It was the piano my mom had played on at her parents' house, and it was like almost 5 feet tall and had a really, really old kind of crackled finish, and it was scuffed up, and the keys, the edges of the keys were all chipped, you know, and it was like I'm pretty sure this is like actual ebony and ivory keys, even like I mean it was like old. And I beat the crap out of this poor old girl. I mean, just beat her to death, learning how to play Jerry Lee Lewis and all of that kind of stuff. And like repeatedly, we'd have to bring the piano tuner because I would knock the thing out of tune with the way I was pounding on it all the time. And they'd have to come and replace the hammers because the hammers would break. They'd get brittle and they'd be going up against the piano strings and just snap. So it was a challenge to keep that poor thing in working order as I was coming up. But I spent hours and hours and hours with this thing, and it was my best buddy. And it set me up for a lifetime of making music. And when I was making the Beat Up Old Piano album, I didn't have this song. I didn't know it was going to be called that. I was actually planning on making it, titling it after another track on the record called Live Fearlessly. But we were getting ready to do final mixing and mastering on, or final mastering on a bunch of the tracks. And I kind of, somewhere out of nowhere, this song came to me, and I said, oh gosh, you know what, this is, because it was a very personal album. The lyrics are about, most of the songs on that record really are about my life in some way. And I was like, this is the culmination of the whole thing. So I put the tracks down, and we made this the final track and the title track of the record, and you can find it on all of the streaming stuff. It's called Beat Up Old Piano, and makes me think very fondly not only of the piano, but of my parents who provided the piano and the lessons and just the patience, because they had to, there was no putting headphones on with that sucker. They had to hear every note that I was pounding out of it, and I'm sure some of it was fun, but I'm sure some of it had to have been annoying. But they gave me a lot of wiggle room to develop these skills. So, with love to my mom and dad. Basement of my parents' house against the rec room wall was an old upright piano, dark brown and 5 feet tall. The wood was scratched, the keys were chipped, and it was old as sin. Who knew that old piano would one day be my best friend? My mom made me take lessons when I started second grade. first I wasn't happy with the progress I had made. 5 years later I looked up and it sounded like a band. That beat up old piano turned into my best friend. That beat up old piano taught me everything I know, showed me who I am and what to do and where to go. It helped me make my journey from a boy into a man. That beat up old piano, well, it's still my best friend. The time I went to high school, I was getting paid to play. Couldn't take my basement friend to help me earn my way, so I bought myself a keyboard, played all across the land. But I'd go home and play my old piano once again. That beat up old piano helped me learn where I belong. I found a purpose for my life by playing all these songs. Helped me make my journey from a boy into a man. That beat up old piano, well, it's still my best friend. That's right. Here tonight on stage in front of thousands of my fans, I'm playing all my shows now on a custom Steinway Grand. But I still feel that old upright in my heart and in my hands. That beat up old piano, well, it's still my best friend. You're damn right it is. The beat up old piano made me who I am today. Taught me how to write my songs and sing them while I play. I don't have her anymore, but she's with me to the end. That beat up old piano, she's still my best friend, yeah. God bless that beat up old piano. She's still my best friend, yeah. All right, that's enough for me tonight, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Take care. I'll be back here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Up to my antics, taking your requests, throwing in a few things I feel like playing just for fun. Remember, if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. And give as much love as you can to as many people as you can, as often as you can, guys. We don't know when the ride comes to an end, so leave it all out on the playing field. Don't have any regrets. Love you guys.